On this week's episode, E.T. might not need to phone home, a top space scientist saying aliens are already here and the president might know about them. Also, call that squirrel a cab. Can squirrels get drunk? Well, one woman says that she has video proof that they can. And what is the weirdest Christmas gift that you've ever been given? We're going to count them down. All those coming up. All right, thanks for joining us. Another episode of Anchors Away, back and for me, at least, fatter than ever after the Thanksgiving holiday. Just smooth sailing right on into the Christmas holiday. I am Robert Burns, Sarah Threadgill on the other line, former TV news anchors, now giving you some news to know, get you through the weekend, or at least through the 45-minute Zoom calls that we're allowed to have for free coming up for Christmas and Hanukkah and whatever else you may celebrate. Subscribe for free wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, you can watch it on YouTube as we post the videos, mainly the audio. You can have it just playing in the background. Sarah, how the heck are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. That final countdown stretch, how many days till Christmas, and trying to make sure all the gifts are ordered and everything's coming in on time. I keep checking the front door. Has Amazon delivered what I need them to deliver? So other than that, I'm good.
It's funny. I sat here earlier and I talked to my sister and I said, what do the kids want? She has 4 kids. And so I said, what do the kids want? By the way, just moved into a house, have limited budget here for everyone. And also the more kids she has, the less amount they get every year for what it can be. And so I said, look, at this point, it's a couple of weeks out. You have either Amazon or Target. Those are the 2 options that'll get here in time for whenever you guys come to visit. So make your selections now. And they've been slowly rolling in all the text messages. Or as they say in traditional radio, the text message machine has been lighting up all afternoon with people putting in their gift requests. That has been we record these on Wednesday. So that has been my Wednesday.
Well, get those things in because I don't know. I keep hearing it's going to be delays with Amazon. It's just too much. And I don't know. We started a couple weeks ago, but there's still some things lingering out there that I'm hoping we'll get here, but we still have a little more time.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about a lot of different gifts that are coming in because this is like that mad rush period. Everybody knew what they were going to buy probably for Black Friday, for Cyber Monday, for that Cyber Week. Now it's almost to the point where you're going to get what we get, and you're either going to love it or here's the receipt and no hard feelings, right? You've gotten something where you've gotten the receipt back?
Oh, definitely. And yeah, I mean, I remember one time my husband got me a beautiful watch. It's just not something I, would have picked for myself, and actually returned it and picked something different. So I feel like you kind of have to approach gift giving that way. Everybody's not going to have the same taste that you have when you're picking out stuff.
No, well, one of the first articles that we have here in First News Topics to kind of talk about it's an article. It's 50 weird Christmas gifts, almost as bizarre as the year 2020. We are not going to go through all 50 of them on this particular episode. The link will be in the show notes, as they always are, so you can kind of go through there and browse as you may. But one of the first ones you see on this list, Sarah, is a Santa pick-me-up, and this looks like the dumbest costume I have ever seen, especially for the holidays. I like the t-shirts. I even bought a Christmas Vacation t-shirt to wear for this holiday, but I'm not buying this inflatable Santa Claus that looks like he's carrying you around the house.
Yeah, it looks like a kid toy, but you're right. This list is just full of, I don't even know how to explain. There's one called a pooping flamingo. I won't get into what it
Use
does,
your imagination.
You have an idea. Sexy elf costumes are on this. One that I like in particular, because it is so 2020, is brutally honest 2020 tree ornaments, and they're pretty funny. Some of them can't repeat the words on them, but this is a great list. It's out on Huffington Post, and you're looking for that unique gift, this might be the way to go.
The brutally honest 2020 tree ornaments are pretty good. There is one that says 2020 never ever again. I would buy that one. I don't know if I need 4 of these on my tree, but I would buy the one. and I'm kind of scrolling through here as we go through because I had a quick glance at it, but I didn't go through all 50, just like everybody else here. I didn't go through them all. The ugly Christmas slippers, though, that is something that I would waste money on.
No, not me. I like cute slippers. I like cute slippers, but they have a lot of ugly Christmas pajamas and slippers and a face beard warmer. And they even have that fragile leg lamp from Christmas Story. Full
Fragile?
size.
Fragile?
Fragile.
Oh, that sounds Italian.
Yeah, it sounds Italian. Fragile. Here they have a book, for maybe more of an adult gift, but if it plays off that kid's book, if you give a mouse a cookie, if you give a bunny a beer. So.
A Christmas Story. It must be Italian. Oh.
Such a classic, such a classic. But yeah, I mean, some of these are ridiculous, and some are kind of cute. I feel like I might be ordering some special ornaments just to, remember good old 2020.
I will say there is one thing on here that for all men out there, ladies, you may know this struggle if you live with a guy, if you've been with a guy long enough. It is actually very, it's very useful. It is called a neckline groomer. It looks like a little thing, a little strap you hang around the back of your neck. And what it says it does is it takes away those back of the neck hair fangs, which are just, when you need a haircut is when the hair fangs grow out too long. That is actually not a bad buy. I would get that not only for myself, but as a gift for anyone else out there. I'm trying to find the price real quick. They look beautiful. They have a starter set from $25.
That's
Perfect.
not bad.
I would spend $25. You get the neck-forming razor strip, 2 rubberized lightweight detachable handles, a travel case, and any month subscription service of razors that you like. So that would be probably the most useful gift, I think, most practical in this whole 50 list here.
Yeah, there are a few practical ones here. The self-sanitizing phone case. Hey, I'll go for something like that. Of course, they do have the ugly Christmas sweaters. This one in particular, I think, is pretty funny based on a hangover, but it's a sweater that looks like it has sweet baby Jesus strapped onto him, kind of like the hangover baby. So, very, very unique stuff. But I love to give unique gifts. I really do. I spend a lot of time looking for unique and different things that, you can't really buy for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're absolutely fun for a little bit. I think they're cute, but I'm more of a practical person. Give me something that I will use more than the month. Let me buy the crap. I'll buy the stuff I'm only going to use for a week out of the year. But if you're going to give me something, love you to death, appreciate the sentiment. Let's give me something. Know me a little bit. Come on. Help me out a little bit. Let me know that you love me and you care.
Gift cards are always a good way to go.
I like cash. All right, second article of the week. Sarah, I'll let you handle this one.
Okay, so this one, I'm one of those people, I kind of question it. Are aliens real? Are they out there? There's things that have come out in history that kind of make you go, Well, a top Israeli former high-level scientist apparently has come out this week. I think he's in his 80s saying, yes, indeed, aliens are real. They're already here on Earth, and basically we have an agreement with them that they're not going to, present themselves until they know humanity can handle it. I'll just say, if there's ever been a year where humanity could probably handle something like that, I would think 2020 would be it. Not that I'm encouraging the aliens to come out of the woodworks, but I don't know. What do you think? I mean, he was literally one of their top, space guys for Israel, and he's come out and said, yes, they're real.
I don't know. Reading this article and listening to more of the story, it sounds a little phony. Don't get me wrong. I fully don't believe that we are the only living creatures in the entire Milky Way galaxy and beyond. Can't get that in my head. But I don't think they're walking around like in Men in Black where they have these head masks that they take off and then they all look completely different. And they're just, running the bodega or running the pawn shop or they're dogs in disguise. I don't believe that. Also, some of this sounds like it's straight out of Star Wars, calling it a galactic federation, that they've been waiting to reach humans. You're pushing the limits here of what I've already seen and watched through episodes 1 through 9 of Star Wars and even further into Star Trek. So I can't get on board with this guy. But again, I don't believe that we're the only living things out in the infinity of space.
I agree. This scientist also says that there's a secret base on Mars that I guess these aliens have.
We haven't found it yet.
We haven't found it yet. Or if we have, nobody's saying anything. I don't know. Lots of questions here. So apparently even President Trump knows about this, and I guess one time was on the verge of revealing the aliens' existence, but the Galactic Federation, as you said, got to him.
Yes, the Galactic
asked him to keep
Federation.
mum on it, and just saying that humanity is not quite yet ready for the contact, but they're studying us. I don't know, an underground base on Mars. It's just all very interesting. I think it's the journalist in me. I'm nosy and I like to, know what's going on. And this is one of those things you don't know.
Yeah, the Galactic Federation, the Illuminati, the Freemasons, they all got to the president and made him shut down that thought to come out with this information. However, I would probably sit there and say, if you were to let that journalist in you come out and try and follow up in the story, there would be a million dead ends and nobody talking to you and phone hang-ups, and you would be on a satellite list.
All right, we do want to thank our sponsor for this show, Anchor. It's the easiest way for us to bring you the podcast. They give us everything we need. It's all in one place. And most importantly, it's all free. Everything on our iPhones, on our iPads, on our computers, all the creation tools to edit, it's all included, and they distribute the show for us. Send it to Spotify, send it to Apple, send it to Google. So you can start your own podcast, get in on the game, download the Anchor app, or go to anchor.fm to get started.
And people would be watching you probably.
Probably, and even people.
As long as you understand that,
here we
you're
have
good with that.
Stephen Colbert came out and asked former President Barack Obama recently about extraterrestrial life, and I think Obama just kind of looked at him and said, "I can't talk about that."
I don't know nothing about it, man. No, I'm not falling for that trick, Stephen.
I'm not gonna bet. Hey, silence is, maybe he's got something he knows. But to me, what really is honestly the most impressive part of this story is that they were able to get Donald Trump not to talk about it. I mean, here's a man that literally talks about everything and tweets about everything. And you're going to tell me he's not going to tweet about aliens? He's not going to be the person to spill the beans? I don't believe that for a minute.
Well, since the election, everybody's been kind of hush-hush in that whole camp at this point. And I think we're all just waiting until January, see what happens, and watch the show continue into what is now the penultimate season, and come next month, the final season of the show. So as we move on, a statement I didn't think I was really going to say. There were rumors about this story months and months ago because the Olympics were supposed to happen this year. Obviously, they didn't. The Olympics were supposed to happen, and there was supposed to be a couple of sports, that were being introduced towards. And so in 2024, now, they are going to be introducing not only surfing, but skateboarding, climbing. Actually, these are going to be introduced next year, but they're going to be introducing surfing, skateboarding, climbing, and breakdancing. Now, when I heard the initial story back months and months ago, I thought, no way that they are going to make breakdancing an Olympic sport. It's not a sport. Hercules wasn't breakdancing. There's certain things you're not doing. Also, it's 2020 at this point. Why are we even putting breakdancing in there 35, 40 years past its prime? So to me, I don't get it. Breakdancing competitions are going to debut now at the Summer Games in Paris of 24. So the International Olympic Committee reportedly hoping that this is going to try and attract a younger crowd and a younger audience. I don't think they understand that the people who know breakdancing the most are the older crowd, the 40 and 50-year-olds who brought the cardboard box and played some Africa Bambaataa with them. That's not happening. That's not going to happen in 2024.
Oh my goodness. I want to be inclusive. I really do. And I know that breakdancing, you have to have some game to you. You have to be in shape. I just don't know about this one. I don't know that I would necessarily call it a sport, but hey, just like we talked about Queen's Gambit, bringing chess back to, the reality of now, maybe breakdancing's the next thing. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, maybe not fully breakdancing. Maybe this also works for roller skating. But why can't that be an Olympic sport then? Bring back the roller skating rinks and let them just go around and around. Do some breakdancing on roller skates. You want to make it into the Olympics. You add obstacles, okay? You add challenges. You show me something that my 65-year-old uncle just can't do, or at least sit around and think he's going to do. Breakdancing is not a sport. I will argue you with this right along there with cheerleading. Not in the Olympics. Not going to happen. Shouldn't happen.
I don't know, but the Olympics has some odd sports. I know in the Winter Olympics there's that, and I couldn't even tell you the name of it, but it's basically cross-country skiing mixed with, shooting a gun with whatever you would call it, shooting a gun, not archery, but it's an odd. I don't even know how those two came together into one sport, but if you've ever watched it, it's really bizarre. It's people cross-country skiing, then they hop down on their stomach and shoot at some targets, then get up, cross-country ski some more. So we got room for the weird stuff, the different stuff.
All right, I've got a list here real quick, just out of curiosity. The weirdest Olympic sports that ever debuted. I will go through the top 5. Okay, the tandem bicycle sprint, which debuted. That didn't last very long. Meanwhile, swimming obstacle course, that just seems too difficult. It happened back in the 1900s. I don't know. Swimming alone is an obstacle course for me, let alone putting actual obstacles in there. They did this they did this in a river. So in modern times, competitors would probably be using trash, sewage, and the disease as their obstacle. They're swimming through the Hudson at this point. Probably not going to work out too well for them.
Hey, now it might not be that bad. You've got the clear,
that's true. I remember forgetting about that.
Swimming pool and seeing underneath. It might be something kind of cool. I could see that.
I forget about that. This one I would actually like to see, but I think they already have it on some of those trash TV channels when they do the random games out there. Tug of war. It was an Olympic sport. Tug of war was, and there was a UK team made of mostly police officers that were the favorites, and also won 2 medals around it as well. Race walking, which is hysterical to watch. You can go to the park and watch that. It doesn't have to be an Olympic sport. You can get Angelini.
I took speed walking in college for a credit.
Was that a SUNY college? Where was that?
It was a credit. It was a PE credit, and it was 8:00 in the morning, 3 days a week. I had to get out there with my arms pumping and go.
Oh God, you would be all up on that race walking. And meanwhile, the number one dumbest sport in Olympics history happened in 1986, or 1896 rather. 1896, 1906, 1924, and 1932. It was rope climbing. Everyone's favorite PE activity. Rope climbing was part of the gymnastics programming. Competitors had to climb a suspended rope using their hands and arms. No legs allowed. Legs are how you climb a rope, people. Without legs, that is an Olympic sport right there. Now that's nothing but upper body strength. However, we are almost at 100 years since they have retired the rope climbing exhibition at the Olympics.
Interesting. Yeah, that was never something part of my PE fitness test or anything. I don't know if you always saw those gyms on movies with the rope hanging down and the kids having to climb. Never
Weird
had
science.
to do that. Not that I could have anyway.
I would rather watch rope climbing than breakdancing. Also, here's my other argument against breakdancing. The music they're going to use in 2024 is going to suck. If they brought back the old school music and you had to use original breakdancing music, I would be all up in that. I'd have the new sound system going. We'd have a party just like at the Mike Tyson fight. But if you're going to use today's music, it's trash. And breakdancing's going to be trash. I am not watching that. Give me the regular Olympic sports and bring back rope climbing.
You feel very strongly about that, I can tell. All right. So have you, ever eaten something and then gotten super drunk and fallen over?
I have not eaten anything and gotten super drunk. I have not had the fermented fruit like the monkeys or like the lions that when they eat that, they start stumbling around. Those are great videos, by the way.
I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know food could make you drunk, but now I do.
Yeah, depends on what kind of food you eat, but there's more to the story.
Yeah, apparently this Minnesota woman had some figs, I guess, and fruit in her fridge that she didn't necessarily want to throw away, that wasn't good to eat anymore. So she set it out for her squirrel friends to munch on, and she has a video that recently went viral, and we can link that as well. She named the poor little guy Little Red, and I'll tell you, he's kind of drunk as a skunk after eating this fermented fruit, and she didn't realize at the time that would happen until she, I guess, looked it up, and sure thing, I didn't know either that animals can get drunk off of fermented fruit. There you go.
I watch these videos as many times as I can, and when you initially watch this poor squirrel looks like every one of us drunk. He's got that mean lean going to one side, barely blinking when someone else is talking to you. He's like, no, I got this, hold on. And then he gets a little paranoid, watches around for a little bit, and you can... I wish they actually had commentary. I wish like the woman recording this had commentary over the video. But the poor drunk is on the edge of falling off of this little stump that he's on. The video it's funny to watch, but they need to add a little bit more pizzazz to it. However, the monkeys they eat the fruit and they get completely hammered. And you can watch those videos online all day long. Those guys are funny. They actually do things. This poor bastard just trying to find his keys.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to Google this when we get done with this and look at more of these videos, because I honest to God did not know that fruit could. So does it make humans? Like if we ate fermented pears,
you would have to eat a lot. Remember, these animals are a lot smaller than us.
True.
And so the amount of the fermented fruit they take in doesn't have to be a whole lot to get them to that point. Really, what they're doing is just eating sangria. That's what they're doing at that point. And so, when a little squirrel that weighs about 4 pounds has an entire peach that is ready to go, or whatever the fruit may be, that's all it really takes. They're cheap dates when it comes to it. So you could do it. You do it, like I said, when you drink sangria for the most part.
True. True.
But it's more fun drinking it. It's more fun socially drinking it. How's that?
He needs to bring his buddies next time and just make a party of it.
He's solo drinking, the poor little guy. He's just sitting out, solo eating. He's just sitting out there by himself, having himself, it's that one of those really rough days where you go to the bar by yourself. You don't want to talk to anyone. You just want your one drink and be left the hell alone and go home. That's what his day was at that point. Someone stole.
It's unfortunate somebody videotaped it all, but it's cute. It's a cute video, so make sure go check that out.
Yeah, super cute video. What do you have going on? Because I think at this point we're out of stories for this week. Relatively.
We got done pretty good.
Yeah, relatively quick week. But what do you have going on for the holidays? I mean, you're with the family, but nothing's changing. I feel like you're going through Groundhog Day with every holiday that passes.
You have no idea how Groundhog Day my life is right now. It's insane. No, we don't have anything planned because we can't go anywhere or do anything. And unfortunately, it seems like things are getting worse right now. I know we have the vaccine out, and yesterday, they were giving the vaccine to some people in England, and all, there's light at the end of the tunnel. But I still think this is like 6 months away. And we're supposed to be in a whole different state. I mean, we're supposed to be living, in Milwaukee right now. You're supposed to be in my neck of the
woods, in my climate, and you're still enjoying, somewhat sunny skies.
Oh, it's like 75 outside and sunny right now. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And we'll take that as long as we can. I mean, instead of being up in frigid Milwaukee, but we were excited to move. It was going to be something totally different. I mean, we never have white Christmases, let alone, just snow on the ground in general. So for us, it was going to be fun. It was experiencing something different. And then COVID came, and so my husband's been working from home, and we've just stayed with my in-laws. We sold our house and we moved in with them. And this is going on 8 months of this. And we were talking last night. It just seems because everything's still getting worse. I don't see us getting up to Milwaukee until summer at least. Yeah. So what do? Do we go rent a house now? I don't know, Robert. It is so tricky. Groundhog Day has got me twisted.
Yeah, it's got you as red wine mom, white wine mom. I mean, all the moms that listen to our show really can probably relate.
All wine mom.
You're all wine mom, exactly at this point. And so, as you eat your fermented wine, and that doesn't make any sense. How would you eat fermented wine? I don't know. I meant to blend those two stories in together, and it was an epic fail. You know why? Because we've reached our limit for this episode. I keep talking, and I keep making it worse. So, with that being said, Sarah, why don't you take us out this weekend?
Well, thanks for joining us. And we are trying to grow this into, I guess, something fun. It's more of a fun thing for us to do, but definitely share with your friends and family, and subscribe and find us on social media. I'm at Instagram, Sarah Threadgill News, or on Facebook as well. Robert, you're on social media?
Yeah. Every now and then I am. I have my moments on there. So Robert Burns TV, you can find me on there. Find the show, share it, like it. We'll talk to you next week. Good night.
Adios.